This Saturday, H&S Feed and Country Store in Oskaloosa invites you to stop by from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. as they're hosting a celebration you don't want to miss. Join H&S Feed and Country Store as they mark 20 incredible years of service with their much-anticipated Checkerboard Day. There'll be family fun activities, delicious food, exciting giveaways, and live entertainment. Bring your friends and family, and let's make this a day to remember as we celebrate 20 years at H&S Feed and Country Store in Oskaloosa from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. this Saturday, August 24th. Sigourney Keota football fans, Steve Shuttler Media is teaming up with Clint Dye of Tag Team Photography to bring you coverage of Sigourney Keota football this fall. You've seen Clint's fantastic photos of Sigourney Keota football over the last few years. And now Clint is bringing those talents to be showcased on Steve Shuttler Media. We're going to have pictures and action shots of each and every game, an in-depth article, and a video highlight of the game as well. You won't miss a thing with Sigourney Keota football coverage right here this year on Steve Shuttler Media. New Life Fellowship in Keswick, Iowa is hosting the Victorious Living Conference Friday, August 23rd through Sunday, August 25th, with guest pastors Luke and Jana Hobbs from Tennessee. You're invited to make plans to join New Life Fellowship in Keswick for this dynamic time of anointed worship, teaching, and ministry. New Life Fellowship is located just south of Keswick on Highway 22. The conference schedule is Friday, August 23rd at 7 p.m., Saturday, August 24th at 6 p.m., and Sunday, August 25th at 6 p.m. We hope to see you for the Victorious Living Conference. Central Empire Wrestling presents Bridge City Slam 6 live Saturday, September 7th at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. Come see Jake the Snake Roberts, Buff Bagwell, former WWE Tag Team Champions Demolition, Real One Enzo Amore, The Powers of Pain, The Boogeyman, Snitsky, Jordan Grace, Cameron Burnett, and the stars of CEW. Tickets start at just $20 and include the Fan Fest from 4 to 7 p.m. Get your tickets through Ticketmaster or at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. It's Bridge City Slam 6, live Saturday, September 7th at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa.
All right, welcome to this edition of More Than You Asked For podcast. One of the more exciting and anticipated episodes of the year. College football is here. 4 days. It is a Tuesday. August 20th, about 9 o'clock here. So later this week, there is real college football all the way. So now essentially most days, and especially every weekend until the middle of January, there is college football on. Favorite time of the year, favorite topic, Iowa State and college football. Number one sport in Iowa. And is it even close, Trev?
Well, it's probably not close. The only reason it's even remotely close at this point is just because of Caitlin Clark at Iowa. But, she's gone now. So it's definitely college football time. There's nothing that rivals it. We don't have a pro team in Iowa. So whether you're an Iowa or an Iowa State fan, this is the best time of the year.
Yeah, I was actually talking a little bit, and I've kind of been doing some writing down things that need to get ready. 10 days for Iowa State. They do not play this week. Now, what's kind of really exciting is Georgia Tech, Florida State play in Ireland on Saturday, and that is 1 year from Iowa State, Kansas State playing in Ireland. So next year at this time, we'll be 3-4 days away from Iowa State kicking off the season, which will be super exciting and sad for me all at the same time because I would like to be there, but I won't unless something drastically changes.
Well, don't say no just yet. But yeah, you're right. That's a year away. That's pretty cool that they're going to be playing. I actually had forgotten about that. That college game day will be there just like they're going to be there this week or this weekend, I should say. I don't know if they're doing a show on Saturday morning or if it's Friday, maybe both. I actually haven't looked into it, but yeah, college football starts back up again Saturday. College game days back. We'll probably talk more about next week too, where you got college games Thursday through Monday, but it's here. We made it through the summer. We made it through our dog days of the summertime, and no more tomfoolery for us. we're back in business now.
And this summer for us personally was different because we made a podcast every week. You know, there was for a few times I did it by myself. There's a couple times you did it by yourself. And the days weren't every, it wasn't every Wednesday. It wasn't every Tuesday. It was kind of hit or miss. But I do want to thank Steve Shetler kind of for making us and pushing us. We have that weekly spot on his media network. So we felt obligated to get to use that spot and appreciate that spot so much. So it did make us talk and coincided with Caitlin Clark. That helped a lot this summer compared to previous summers.
Yeah, thanks to Steve Shetler. Appreciate his help. Caitlin Clark, certainly, she helped as well get through the summer. And then obviously the Olympics and all sorts of other things going on. But the summer flew by like it always does, of course. But, when you get in that June and July months, it kind of drags on, especially when you're a big football fan like we both are. And now here we are where we've got basically 6.5 months of straight of football. So best time of the year, we made it. And now it's time for predictions week.
Yep, absolutely. Football is back. We are going to win-loss predict Iowa State, both of us. And then we're going to pick our conference, Power 4 conference champions. And then the group of 5 automatically get in. And then we are going to predict the 12 teams in the playoffs, which coincides with the conference champs, because obviously the conference champs are in automatically. So I got it written down here. I've got it all. I got the dates written. I've got everything here so we can flip back in my book here. I found this notebook. It's shiny. It's purple. It's weird. But I've got all these pages of just all podcast stuff that we can always go back and look at. Maybe we should do that. Go back 2-3 years. And it would be sad to see some of our predictions, I'm sure.
You should save that for a slow week or two where we got nothing going on, and you just go back and pick out a couple pages where you find something that we were totally right on or totally wrong on.
Yeah. Well, it won't be for 6.5 months now because football is king. But again, I want to thank everybody for listening. Recently, we went over 20,000 listens on our podcast since 2020. So 4 years and a few months here. And I just want to thank everybody that has been on this. Taylor and I started this, transition to you with Taylor's change of life, moving to Nebraska and everything. And then, Zach's been a frequent visitor, Brett and TJ and others, my brother and others have been on off and on different times and everything. Just want to thank everybody for that. And, this is fun to do. We've talked about this. This isn't a money-making deal. It is just for fun. And we both like talking sports and it keeps us in touch, actually, also just as friends and everything. We find out what each other's doing. And a big weekend for you. You are coming back to the Midwest and going to Zach Bryan in Minneapolis Saturday, correct?
Yeah, I'll be getting into Minneapolis Friday afternoon. Cody and Kylie are coming up. Brett and Sandy. We're all going to the concert there on Saturday night. So I've got a couple ideas for Saturday morning, lunchtime for stuff for us to do. I don't know if we'll go to the Mall of America. There's a couple towers you can go look out at, maybe a boat ride down the river type of stuff. But looking forward to it. Took your advice on downtown. We're actually staying east of downtown a ways, and there's a couple little good spots there that I think will be okay for us to pregame at. There's a Punch Bowl Social, I think, is a bar that it's got a bowling alley inside of it, ping pong tables, pool tables, all that kind of stuff. So it's right by our hotel. Hopefully that'll be a good place to go before the concert, and looking forward to it.
And the concert's at US Bank, right?
Yeah, the Viking Stadium, if that's what it's called.
Yep.
I
yep.
forget.
US Bank Stadium.
Yeah.
Yep. And so it's not exactly right there where Target Field is and Target Center. Target Field and Target Center are essentially attached. I mean, there's a street in between them, and they are right there downtown. US Bank Stadium is a little bit farther east, where you guys will be. It's not super. I mean, obviously you can walk there, but it's several blocks away. So, nope, have fun. A little bit jealous. Obviously I saw him 3 times when he was in the Midwest before. Three kind of, we saw him a Thursday, Friday, Monday. It'd have been kind of nice to spread it out to get to this one, but you can't do it all. I've done my fair share of concerts this summer, and you can't hit everything.
No, these are the last of my tickets that I bought back in July or August of last year. Again, we've talked about before when all the pre-sale tickets went on, you didn't know how many to buy, what concerts you could go to, who's going to come with you. And so this is my final little run of the tour here. So Turnpike Troubadours are opening up. Never seen them
that's
before.
Big. They're good. They're very, very good. We saw them this summer, and we were kind of laughing. That was our first concert. It was in Indianola of the summer, and it was cold. It was unseasonably cold that weekend. And then Hinterland ended our summer concerts that I went to, and it was hotter than blazes. So we were cold the first outside concert, and then we were super hot the last outside concert. So we got the whole gamut.
Yeah, that's right. That was I think the first week of May when you saw him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yes, saw Josh Banstra and Stex, and just the same crew that you always see at each one of these. You kind of see the same people there. All right, now without further ado, let's go to our predictions. You want to start Iowa State or Iowa? It does not matter to me. What do you want to start with?
I can't remember who we started with last year, so I'm going to let you take the lead on this one.
Okay, let's go Iowa first. They are ranked number 25 preseason, coming off 10 wins, coming off Big Ten championship game, but not scoring against a team that was ranked last year. New offensive coordinator, quarterback is back, ? Is healthy. I believe he's healthy now, but there's all kinds of speculation that he's not playing well. What does that mean in real life, in real situations? We don't know. He's not played very much football lately. He sat behind J.J. McCarthy his last year at Michigan, got hurt, didn't really practice at Iowa, got back in the summer, got hurt at the kids' practice last year, was never healthy. I vividly remember this. He was walking out to the coin toss last year in Ames against Iowa State, and he was limping. Now, he played well enough. They won the football game. And then later in the year, he got hurt, season ender. Deacon Hill comes in, and we all know what happened. Optimism is there. They've got a great team defense, 4, 5, 6-year seniors all over the place on both sides of the ball. Issues and everything, they don't have the Big Ten West to fall back on. Now, their 3 protected games, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Nebraska, helps a lot compared to other teams in the Big Ten. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and get to it. They play Illinois State next Saturday at home in Kinnick. The Illinois State Redbirds, the I-State Redbirds, very similar to the Iowa State Cyclones. Illinois State Redbirds win. For me, I'm assuming the same from you. And I do think they're going to score a lot of points, because I think for the morale of Hawkeye fans, they need to. And you'll never hear Kirk Ferentz say it, but I think he has to have a conversation, I think very privately, with Tim Lester and say, go for it. And I think they need it.
They certainly need it. I obviously have this as a W as well. Like you mentioned, Illinois State start out the season 1-0. I don't know if they're going to score a lot of points. I'll believe it when I see it, type of deal. I hope they do. That would be nice. There is the hope factor with this new offensive coordinator coming in, but I could see this being a 27-7 type game. But I do think they start out 1-0.
So you don't think they go for it? I think they do. I think they throw the ball.
They can go for it all they want. It doesn't mean they're going to score.
Right.
But sure, it'd be nice to win this, 45-10 type of deal. That would be great. I just knowing how Iowa's been the past 5 or 6 years, I see this being like a 27-7 type of game.
Okay. All right. So you have a lot. I have a blow. I have 45-10-ish. I think they want to. Now, the quarterback situation throws it off a little bit, but everything I hear from the beat reporters, I listen to a lot of radio, I read people what they've wrote. Kirk Ferentz is a little bit different this year. And I believe there's a weight lifted off of him with Brian not being there. One, he doesn't have to answer questions about offensive coordinator and why the offense is so bad. Just in general, doesn't matter who the coordinator is. But then it was his son. And I don't care who you are. That it's hard to hear. He's a human. It is his son. He loves him unconditional, and he wants what's best for him. That's just being a human. And Kirk Ferentz, from everything I know, and I saw him this summer at an Iowa State player fundraiser, he is a 100% great human being. So as a human being, that just has to hurt inside. And